Hello and welcome to DM classes. Welcome to another session of MCQ practice. So let us start our discussion. The first article has been taken from today's The Indian Express. The article mentions about the Uniform Civil Code. The Uniform Civil Code has been in debate for quite long time in the recent past as well. As you can see from this question, the question is regarding DPSPs and especially Uniform Civil Code regularly appear in your papers. So this becomes very important for your upcoming exams. So before we start discussing about the question of Uniform Civil Code, let's first have some look on the points regarding the Uniform Civil Code that appears in Indian Constitution under DPSPs. So this is a one common civil law for all citizens covering marriage, divorce, inheritance, adoption. And it replaces the religion-based personal laws. The constitutional basis to Uniform Civil Code is based on the Article 44 mentioned under Directive Principles of State Policy. And it calls for Uniform Civil Code across India. The point is, you should remember, is it's not legally enforceable but should be a guiding principle. The present states of this is Goa has a Uniform Civil Code like the Goa Civil Code. Uttarakhand has recently passed in 2024 passed the UCC law. So you should remember Indian states with Uniform Civil Code, which includes first Goa, which is the only state with existing Uniform Civil Code, which is based on Portuguese Civil Code of 1867, which includes common law for marriage, divorce, inheritance with minor exceptions. And also Uttarakhand, which we discussed above, has become the first state to pass UCC in 2024 after Goa adopted it in 1867, which applies to marriage, divorce, live-in registrations and inheritance. And recently on 25th of March, Gujarat Assembly has also passed the bill regarding the UCC. So having discussed these points regarding the Uniform Civil Code, let's go back to the question regarding the Uniform Civil Code. The question says, consider the following statements regarding Uniform Civil Code. First statement says, Uniform Civil Code is provided under Article 44 of the Constitution. So yes, as you just saw, this is provided under Article 44 of the Directive Principles of State Policy. The second statement says, it's legally enforceable by the courts. As you just saw in the discussion, this is not legally enforceable by the courts and it's not justiciable in the court of law. DPSPs, especially UCC, is not justiciable in the court of law. So second statement becomes incorrect. Third statement says it deals with civil matters like marriage, divorce and inheritance. As you saw from the discussion, this statement becomes correct. And the fourth statement says Goa follows a common civil code for all communities. This statement we saw is also correct. So the correct statements to this becomes, you have to eliminate second option have to be eliminated and the correct option becomes answer B. That's 1, 3 and 4 statements are only correct. So let's now move on to the next topic. So this article regarding Dengue appeared on today's The Hindu dated 2nd of April 2026, wherein the article is mentioning about the dengue vaccine, which will be a step forward against dengue but not a silver bullet. It will only reduce transmission but will not eliminate the disease of dengue as a whole. So before we start discussing MCQ regarding the Dengue and the dengue, let's first look on some pointers regarding the dengue virus. So this, you should remember, this is a viral disease. This is a viral disease caused by dengue virus and is spread by female Aedes mosquito. You should remember this factual information. This is spread by female Aedes mosquito and it's caused by the biting of female Aedes mosquito. And this disease is common in tropical and subtropical regions. It has 4 serotypes: DNV1, 2, 3 and 4. The symptoms of this disease include high fever, headache, joint pain and rashes. Severe form of this disease includes dengue, hemorrhagic fever and shock. There is no specific antiviral treatment for this dengue virus. The prevention can be done through avoiding mosquito bites, and the control is to remove stagnant water because the virus multiplies in this stagnant water. Because the carrier of this virus, that is female Aedes mosquito, they multiply and they breed on this stagnant water. So if we remove this stagnant water, this can be controlled. Vaccine available, as we just saw, Qdenga is, India is developing this Qdenga vaccine, which will reduce severity but will not, eliminate the infection in itself. So having discussed these all points, let's now go to the, question directly about the dengue virus. The question says, consider the following statements regarding the dengue. First statement is, dengue is caused by virus transmitted by female Aedes mosquito. Yes, as you just saw, this is caused by the female Aedes mosquito, biting of female Aedes mosquito. This statement becomes correct. The second statement says, the first dengue vaccine developed globally was dengue vaccine. Yes, this statement is also correct. This was the first dengue vaccine developed globally. Third statement says the dengue vaccine is recommended for the people who have never been infected with the dengue. No, this statement is wrong. This is, given to those people who have previously been infected by the dengue virus. So this statement becomes incorrect. The fourth statement says dengue has 4 distinct serotypes of the virus. Yes, you just saw that dengue has 4 serotypes, that is DNV1, 2, 3 and 4. Therefore, this statement also becomes correct. So, the correct answer as per our discussion will be 1, 2 and 4 statements are correct only. So, with this, we come to the end of this discussion. Thank you for joining with DM classes. Have a nice day.